I'd like to call to order the Charter Township of Oxford Zoning Board of Appeals meeting Monday, November 13th. First, I'd like to everyone stand and pay respects to the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 3 on tonight's agenda, noting the roll.
Magley?
Here.
Payne?
Here.
Birch?
Here.
Butler?
Here.
Walters?
Here.
There's a quorum. Chairman Bailey is excused.
We have a couple other in attendance tonight. Let's see, Daisha Vasquez
Yes.
from the Kelly firm, as well as Susan McCullough, the recording secretary. Item 4, approval of the agenda.
So moved.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Seeing none. Move on to the item 5, approval of the minutes for the regular meeting September 11th, 2023. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
We have a motion
I'll second.
and a second.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Moving on to item 6, public comment on items not on the agenda. Anybody from the public like to comment? Seeing none. We'll close that. Item 6, we'll move on to item 7, new business. We have in front of us case 23 ZBA 005. Neil Jarbeau is the applicant. Properties are 691 South Lapeer Road, parcel P0426303006, and 697 South Lapeer Road, parcels P0426303007. The applicant has proposed a lot line adjustment pertaining to 2 adjacent non-conforming lots. The lot adjustment is to align property line with adjoining buildings dividing the wall. We have the applicant here, and before we start, I'd just like to go over the meeting procedure so everybody is on the same page on how we're gonna go through this. There's 10 items. So during this business meeting, the following rules of procedure shall apply to consideration of any item on the ZBA agenda. Number 1, the applicant's statement. So we'll take a statement from you, and please go thoroughly through what you're applying for. And item 2, we're going to have a public hearing, open public hearing. Item 3, comments and questions from the public, and then we'll close the public hearing. Item 5, we'll have building administrator's comments. Item 6, we'll have the ZBA board member questions and comments. And then we'll go through the findings and fact, Article 17, Section 17.8, variances, C standards, and that was item 7. Then we'll take a motion, item 8. In item 9, the board member discussion and comments, and then we'll come to a vote in item 10. So that's how it goes. So please state your name, your address, and you have the mic.
Neil Jarbo, I own 691, 697. Talk to my agent, Kara Mitchell. You can speak.
Welcome.
If it's okay, he'd like me to do the statement.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm Carol Mitchell. I'm with Berkshire Hathaway Key, the real estate right in town. And I'm representing a sale of 691 South Lapeer Road. It came to our attention after we had the purchase agreement already in place that I saw an overhead of it in the back corner, the southeast corner of the building, from an overhead showed it was encroaching onto 697, who Mr. Jarbo also owns. So I told him, and we knew, I mean, we could have gone ahead with the sale as it was, but it wasn't right. If they ever go to get a mortgage on it, they won't be able to because of encroachment. So he said, let's just do the right thing, go get a survey just to see, because overheads aren't always correct. So he did have the overhead done. Surprisingly, the back southeast corner was encroaching 1.5 inches. And then we also found out that 697, the building to the south, was encroaching onto 691, an inch and a half.
Hmm.
So we're here for an inch and a half to line up the property. We just want it right. It's not correct. And I asked the Kennedy survey, how did this happen? Because Mr. Jarbo did get all the permits when he added on the back of the party store, and he said that back then they had the monuments. They went off monuments for measuring. He said, Carol, now they have the satellites, and he said they are right on the nose. So he said, there's your inch and a half. So that's why we're here.
And when were the permits issued for that?
Oh, that was years and years ago.
It's about maybe 35, 40 years ago.
Oh, it's a long
Wait,
time.
yeah, when he added the back part portion to the party store.
Yes.
I think in our packet, it mentioned that you own the property on the one, I guess, the north end, since 2002.
2002.
And you also have interest in the other property
The
since 2007, right?
Yes,
So you're asking for a variance on
the inch and a half.
Now, that's the lot line though, right? Adjustment, right?
It is.
Okay, so the variance would be for the frontage as well as the lot requirements for an acre in the commercial zoning district.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And the frontage, so you're
Right,
asking for
right.
frontage variance as well as the acreage, the square foot.
mhm,
Then you'll go to the county, I'm assuming, for the lot line in this.
yes,
For your inch and a half.
for my inch and a half.
So you have to have both lots conforming
Correct,
before you go to the county.
correct,
And then from there, you try to do your deed and then your, whatever the next step would be. at that
correct,
point, right?
yes.
Okay.
We just want to make it right.
Okay,
Squared up.
okay.
Yeah, and for the next owner, whomever that gets a
Now, does the
loan on it.
wall, like, is there a dividing wall on the inside? Does that follow the right lot line, or does that follow the crooked one?
Crooked one.
Can't change that, it's a supporting wall.
No, yeah, and the ones in the front together, they meet, right?
They need to go, yeah.
Yeah, not all the way down the building, they meet maybe halfway down and then it opens up.
Okay.
So that's where we're at.
Okay.
Okay. So it looks like the minimum permitted lot size for lot 1 and 2 is 1 acre, and you're looking for 0.276 acres for the minimum permitted lot size for lot 2, and 0.275 acres for the lot 1. Also, you're petitioning for a minimum permitted lot width for lot 2 of 100, which was 150 feet requirement, down to 60.11 feet. That's for lot 2, and the minimum permitted lot width for lot 1 is, again, 150 feet. You're looking to get a variance for 59.89 feet for that lot 1.
Right,
No. Okay.
yeah. That, because this is, I mean, they were conforming when he bought them, but it's changed, so
Yeah,
there's nothing,
okay,
we can't do anything about it.
okay. Well, thank you. We'll open up for questions from the public after that, and I see none, so we'll close the public hearing. In the building administrator comments, item 5, not in attendance tonight, so we'll close item 5, and item 6, board member questions and comments.
I do have a question for our attorney, if I could. Guys, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. Obviously, we're here for a lot line adjustment related to area and frontage and size of lot. I'm assuming, since it doesn't meet the other dimensional variances or dimensional requirements, front and side yard,
Mm-hmm.
that those are legally non-conforming, and that's
So-
okay?
Yeah, so, and I did write the opinion letter, it wasn't meeting them before they came to get this variance. So, it not meeting them afterwards, it still weighs the same. It's strictly up to you, but they're only changing it by, you know, I think Mr. Walters did the numbers, was it 59 point? So they're going from 60 feet to 59 and a half, you know, so they were already not conforming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, thank you.
No problem. I'll sit here so you guys can see better.
Does that answer your question?
That answer my question?
Okay. Any other questions? So we do have a letter from Kyle Wortman Associates that's included in the packet. And we also have a letter from the Kelly firm that Asia Equos represents here tonight. Any other questions on those letters that are in our packet?
Can I see you? I didn't know
This
I
one?
got that one, that one, I didn't get that.
Good, so-
Yes.
See you.
No, I have no further questions. Pretty self-explanatory.
You're good, Norris? You're good, Sandy?
Yes,
We
I'm
can go
good
through the
with,
findings of facts now?
yes.
Thank you, you can sit down.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, can I ask a question before you get started? Deja, your letter references 1 inch, but she's saying 1.5 for like a total of 3, and yours says 1 inch for a total of 2. Is it?
Right, so I put approximately
Okay.
1 inch. Yes, and
I
I
just wanna
did
make sure
get
that
that
I
from the
reference it
Carlisle
correctly.
Wortman letter. We worked with them on this.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right, thank you.
no problem.
That's it.
Again, and that's in the lot line adjustment that is going to go through the county, correct?
Well,
Because we can't make adjustments in the lot line. We
right,
can make-
so we can approve the variance, and then they will have to go to the county to get the deed.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, okay.
But they can't go to the county without coming here first.
Just so everyone's clear, so they have to be conforming to our requirements
Or
These
Not
are the
if we grant them this variance, they do
to
not have.
receive the variance. If they receive the variance, they'd be conforming, then they go to the county for the line adjustment. They
Correct.
can't get the line adjustment and then come to us, is that
No, 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 no.
normal?
We're the first
procedure?
step,
Okay,
and then the county is the second step, and then they're all set.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Just so everyone's clear on that. Okay. So we'll go through section 17.8, subsection C1, the findings of fact. Number 1, strict compliance with restrictions governing area, setback, frontage, height, bulk, density, and other non-use matters will unreasonably prevent the owner from using the property for a permitted purpose or will render ordinance conformity unnecessarily burdensome. Comments from the board?
I think that's true because, he can't get a clear title for, or a clear,
Yeah.
title
Title
for
to sell the property,
Yeah.
yeah.
sell the property.
And it is unique. I mean, you have a situation where you have 2 buildings
Right.
adjacent to each other, so.
Right.
And they are connected, it's not like you have the ability to move the law.
You still do have to go through the county.
Yeah, I'll make sure your mics are down so that the
Oh.
TV picks up. Thank you.
There we go.
Didn't realize that.
So the properties are already being used as the variant,
Right.
as if the variance has been granted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Pretty
they
much.
are.
Okay, then we had the interior property line as the wall. This current veers into the building, which are basically sharing that same lot line for the 2. Okay. Item number 2 for the findings of fact, the variance will do substantial justice to the applicant as well as other property owners.
That's true.
It applies.
It applies.
It is a unique aspect of the land.
Mhm.
It sure is unique.
Yeah.
in proposed parcels. So that applies. Number 3, a lesser variance than requested will not give substantial relief to the applicant and will not be more consistent with justice to other property owners.
I don't know what other kind of
Yes.
Would be very insignificant,
We-
if any,
yeah, it is.
lesser variance than if one applies. So it would apply.
It applies as well.
Yeah.
Item 4, the need for the variance is due to the unique circumstances peculiar to the property and not generally applicable in the area or to other properties in the same zoning district.
I would say, yeah.
Well, given the setbacks, and if you looked at other properties within that zoning district, you'd have further setbacks. You don't have a situation where you have buildings that are adjoining.
Yeah,
Right.
so it is
So it's
unique.
unique to that circumstance
Yeah.
of that site.
Right.
Specific.
And lastly, number 5, the problem and resulting need for the variance has not been self-created by the applicant and/or the applicant's predecessors.
I think that's true, just based on the fact that they're surveying things differently today than they did back in the day when the adjustments were made.
So it does apply.
Yeah.
Yeah, using a different measurement back then, basically.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion, item 8.
Fire away.
No, I don't even know how to,
Oh, come on.
our attorney was supposed to give us the motion.
All right.
You go.
Cheat sheet.
We gotta have the experts.
Oh, the experts.
Yeah, you're so good at this.
In the matter of ZBA 23005 Neil Jarbo, properties 691 and 697 South Lapeer Road, proposed a variance be granted for in total. Number 1, allowing for lot number 2, which will be less than 1 acre, to be 0.276 acres in a C2 district. That the permitted minimal lot area for lot number 1 will be less than 1 acre, which would be 0.275 acres in a C2 district. The minimum permitted lot width for lot number 2, which is 150 feet, to be permitted to be 60.11 feet in a C2 district. And 4, a permitted lot width for lot number 1 from 150 feet to 59.89 feet in a C2 district, based on our findings of fact and our consultant's letters.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second. Board member discussion and comment?
Are we good with lot 1 and lot 2? Or do we're fine with that?
Yep.
Okay. I was gonna give the Sidwell numbers, but I figured we had it figured out. Okay.
All set? Okay, we'll entertain a vote?
Do you want roll call?
Yes, please.
Butler,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Birch,
Yes.
Magley,
Yes.
Walters.
Yes,
Motion passed.
your variance has been granted.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in tonight.
Thank you.
Item number 8 on tonight's agenda, board member comment.
Hi.
Yeah,
Hi, good seeing you.
good to see everyone, right?
It's been a
Yeah,
while.
a little bit.
Have
Well,
yourself
we
a...
were just here last month to do the bylaws,
Yeah, that was,
you know, so.
I missed that one.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we missed you, Jim.
Been learning about zoning in other communities. How to in fact find it.
We'll have a wonderful Thanksgiving if we don't touch base before then.
Of course, thank you.
And I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?